This is a nuke ups round on the server Harmony. This was obviously an event. This was a bunch of the admins, not all of them, but a lot of them, everyone who could attended. And we are running the most various random gear you could imagine. Some people are using microwaves. Where am I at? I was in here somewhere. I had recorded footage, but I honestly, I'm so bad at the game that my footage is terrible. There I am. I'm the jug suit. I had a Mosin and that's it. I had a Mosin and a jug suit. Most of our kits, I would say, were like maybe like 10 TC, if that. Then we had some kits that were total memes. There's a bag of holding with throwing knives. There's a few microwaves. I think somebody's using a defib as a weapon. There is a minigun that has infinite ammo, but the bullets fire ultra slow, and you'll see that in a second. 25 minutes in, we intentionally delayed our arrival for, well, we didn't. The goal of this was to lose, because it would be funnier to lose. Like, there's like 12 of us as Nukies. We could have absolutely, well, maybe not absolutely stomped. Anything happens in this game. Either way, there's the minigun. I feel like that's the funniest thing here, but there's 2 microwaves, a Ristov. We did use our own nuke. There I am. I don't know why the pie's on my face. That didn't happen yet. I didn't even skip ahead, replay things. But some of us don't even have armor. We don't have all space-faring equipment. We had no plan. But the first throwing knife has actually managed to land. I didn't even see it get thrown, but there it is. Throw stuff at you, throwing knives. I tried to push up with the Mosin to be the, you know, the juggernaut. Get shot in the back a little bit, you know how it goes. Landing those clean Mosin shots, throwing knives, not quite reaching their targets. They fly so slow. There's the pie. Okay, maybe I did skip ahead too much. Not sure if they really wanted to steal my Mosin, but the opportunity was there. Bombs going off. Not quite spacing things, so not making things terrible for us Nukies yet. But, I don't know how to commentate this because it's so memey, but the crew was warned that we were coming. It was a planned admin event, so they had 25 minutes to prepare the most OP shit possible, and crew gear is just better than Nuki gear overall. AI locking us off. Good flanks coming from the crew. I mean, the crew played this whole shift incredibly well. More throwing knives stuck in people's faces. We did manage to actually crit like 2 people. I didn't even think we got that far. We had 1 singular medic. I don't even think most of us even had any meds. You see, some people don't even have insulated gloves because using fist weapons are just. I mean, we aren't actually Nukies, so we didn't have stuff like this. Good commentary aside, look at those beautiful Mosin shots. I'm really robust at the game. I don't know what made those lights go off, but it was super cinematic looking. The minigun light also looks really great here. We take the call to push through engineering. The reason why we wanted to push through engineering is A, there's 3,000 people here with the best equipment in the game. I am amazed I didn't die here. I was getting beat. I got a throwing knife stuck in my face. What's your AP? Juggernaut suit, stay winning though. That's all good. I was kind of hoping to die right there. They're whooping our asses. Yeah, that's very true. Minigun suppressing, can't deny its suppressive power. Can't really push that. The minigun does like 0 damage. You absolutely could push that, but it's the fear factor. But over here, there was like a superheated fire, so that's why we couldn't go right. Can't really push through a group of 20 when we're a similar sized group with arguably worse gear in most situations. Some chem bombs being thrown, and this is the beginning of the end. Things got spaced, and I think 3 or 4 of us, maybe only 3, didn't have any real form of spacesuit. We had some raid suits, and I think one of these are chameleon clothes. I don't even think it was an armor. I don't know. It's impossible to keep track of how much gear there was. Crew giving 0 time to let any of us recover. Just shooting through like literal cracks between vending machines, through electrified walls. AI spreading nanotrescent propaganda. People stops in close combat. The first Nuki also died from the spacing, or maybe they. I don't even know. I think somebody. Rewatching this, I'm having too much fun to give serious commentary. Try to throw a knife, completely whiffed it. Mosin holding the line. The Mosin is able to stab now. I thought I tried to go for a stab there, but I'm using the slowest armor in the game, and I can't really go for the melee. Ensign shots just absolutely destroying us. I think we had like 2 elite suits, and a lot of the crew had Ensign, so you can imagine how well that was going for us in general. Awesome radiation sounds. This minigun, though, that was not a great... I should have made a more memey Mosin, but somehow I think just using the Mosin on its own was as memey. Trying to trade off shots with the Mosin, but what damage am I doing? Like 7 damage a shot. Chem bomb thrown at me. There we go. I start stabbing people. I whiff every single stab because I'm really good at the game. Oh man, microwaves holding the line. Nuke being dragged in. Throwing knives stuck inside the crew and ourselves. So many have gotten thrown at this point. They're just part of the environment. Energy shield carp suit. Actually really well holding the line. C4 does like nothing on our server in terms of grenades. That was a really good throw. I don't even think I noticed that. Thrown back again though. The hot potato with the C4 was actually really cool looking there. More Mosin shots, minigun holding the back. Everyone else trying to get patched up from the previous fight. Great throwing knife throw right to the face of this engineer. People becoming literal pin cushions, throwing knives, microwave action going in, bolas being tossed left and right. There was like 1,000 bolas thrown. If there was a record for bolas thrown, I think it might have been this round. Another Nuki casualty being dragged away. Literally 1,000,000 bolas. Like, all fucking bolas. People with the worst armor just kind of getting one shot by this. That is the bag of throwing knives down. Small spoiler, I know that bag gets stolen. I don't know if it gets pulled off here or if they don't acidify. It's hard to notice all this while playing, so I'm rewatching this for the first time. Ensign rounds basically just shredding everyone who's still alive at this point. Several Nukis dying dead. Great push again by a crew with some form of stimulant. Just walks straight in the middle of the group, spraying, trying to hold the line with this Mosin and minigun after we patched ourselves up. Just not leading to a whole lot. The minigun is so... I can't not laugh looking at it. It's so funny. I think I called it a Tab G gun. I don't know if I called it that in character. I think that was after. But if you ever played Tab G, I think you'll know what I mean. Enforcer, unfortunately, taking our minigun down. Bully getting tossed back at the killer. I patched up the throwing knife user as much as I could, and then they got sliced down by a friendly baguette. I don't even... We had the Nuki symbols, but there was a lot of team damage. I pick up the minigun, and this is about literally as fast as I can move. I had a bullet on my leg, but I'm now a Jugsuit with a minigun. I'm trying to hold up the line of suppressive fire. Some flanks coming in through space. More and more Nukis dead and dying. Suppressive fire down the hallway, hitting a field tank. Not really gonna make much of a difference. Trying to use darkness for any advantage, but... I'm literally suppressing nothing in this situation. Shot out some lights, though. The space flank still happening. People, again, we only had one actual medic, so we're just kind of stuck in this chain reaction of people dying. Maybe in the future, I know our goal was to lose, but maybe we should bring a little bit more meds so we don't stall as much. I mean, this isn't even like a long round or even that bad of a stall, but we spent a decent bit of time here healing. I get crit here. Trying to hold the line. Too much just burning damage. I think I was probably like 50 or 60% of my damage just taken from Insins earlier. Can't really heal that. I didn't have any like real topicals. I think I had a suture, which I used on the down Nuki. This is like 10 minutes later-ish. You can see the efforts have just really not gone any better. Like, I can toggle the lights because it's getting dark now. Nuki's still dead on the ground, dying. Gear has definitely been stolen at this point too, but I kind of forgot who's wearing what. I can't see the S's, but A lot of us did not have acidifiers for intentional reasons. It's more fun. The AME fight still kind of stalling out. This is one of ours, as stating what I've been saying. Cindy Cat gets dragged out though, and no, that is an admin that for some reason doesn't get hidden by the ghost. That was not part of the event. That is just an admin who was playing who died. 10 million more bolas. The infinite bola train. The stolen minigun now being used against us. It got Nuki's hiding in closets at this point. Cindy Cat actually went and took out, was that the minigun? I'm not even sure. Oh, the minigun actually scattered over to the table. I don't think that ever gets picked up again. More Nuki's getting absolutely sprayed down. Dying. Kristov actually holding off the original hallway that was attempted to hold. Can't believe no one took my Mosin. What a shame. Over half the Nukis at this point have been mercilessly slaughtered. The blood pool here is mostly theirs. Maybe not all of it, but I think there's a lot more Nuki blood on the ground than crew blood. Stolen raid suit being dragged out by stolen gear, as mentioned. The fighting takes a lull here. There's a decent bit of healing and recovering once more. The Nukis have pushed south. They broke open the bridge window, which was a literal medical bastion hub with material silos, printing stuff out. Honestly, really good on the crew here. I like seeing the material silo used here to basically turn this into a fortress. They also walled everything in to try to prevent spacing, but everything's spaced at this point. I saw suffocation. It may not be like super spaced, but there's all the vents are locked off. Atmos was definitely blown up. There's pipes missing. More throwing knives coming out from both sides. Microwave fighting with a scrap suit armor. Taken out by a defib. I think that is the first time I've ever seen a defib used as a combat weapon. And the defib does a ton of damage. It's just you never really think to buy that. More microwaves downing more people. We never lost the sight of our nuke though. There's a stolen bag of holding with some form of combat stimulant. They're incredibly fast. Just landing knife after knife. Stolen mini bomb from our ship because we docked it and oh my god. We left our ship docked and we deleted all the turrets, so it was easy for the crew to steal things. So that's where that mini bomb came from. Used to great effect. These throwing knives just absolutely doing more to us than it did to them because the Nuki's armor has more value to be stripped or pierced through. So Nukis try to recoup their losses. Cindy Cat actually getting blocked by a chest drawer, managed to bite through, pushing through right into the heart of the crew. CMO not spared. First one blown off, then actually is spacing some things because it went through the further walls. Cindy Cat's doing more work than probably the rest of us did, but it's so good. More fighting, or a little bit more recovery fighting efforts coming off here in the bridge. The fight really peters off here. They really just running out of supplies. No real clear path to go, and the crew is hardly even touched at this point. They have more of our stolen gear. They have the ability to go back and print. It's not like we sabotage power or anything. I mean, we took out the AME, but we weren't going to Tesla loose or something, so the power is still good. Yeah, things really not looking healthy for the crew. Stolen elite suits with more hyperzine, or probably more like meth. Just instant rounds. Beautiful throwing knife, just critting one of the admins as they try to retreat. Most admins have literally 3 knives in them at this point. The ground is covered in so many throwing knives. More throwing knives, not quite hitting its mark, but don't worry, there's more to come. Crew closing in on the corner of Nukis like a bunch of vultures, picking off the wounded and dying. And they say it's the Syndicate are the evil ones. Throwing knives, finding their marks. Beautiful throws all around. Multiple Nukis crit. Using the knives to finish him off. 3 more landing in. Some hitting they're already dead. hitting dead crew members with the knives. Oh man. Stinger Grenade not quite making it past the wall, not far enough. But there's more Enforcer shots coming in. It's hard to even see where the Nukis are. There's just so much shit on the ground. Shoot here more. Flanks coming off by people, even EV emergency suits. Security shell guns being used. It might be the first time I've ever seen one used. I think that was a shell gun. Maybe it was just a flare gun. But Nuki's completely cornered, overwhelmed by instant ammo. Instant ammo is just absolutely disgusting if you could get your hands on it. Only elite suits survive it. You land 2 or 3 shots and they will basically be dead. And that is it. Cornered, picked off, dead in the bridge. That is the last of the admin team. What do you think? All of our beautiful admins at Harmony for making something like this possible. Of course, thank you Harmony players for participating. Hope you liked to kill. I hope you liked to kill an admin day. We'll probably do more stuff like this in the future. Maybe not this exact event in the near future, but I think it's fun. It went about as perfect as I wanted it to. We didn't win. I didn't want to win. We maybe would have liked to at least kill the captain. Never saw the captain. Unfortunately, the captain on this round just a little too, a little smarter than us. Didn't let my plans come to perfection. But I think this is fun. I hope everyone else had fun. I know people don't like Nukis too much, but I don't do events very often. Let me have this. Anyways, great community, and of course, thank you for watching.